Welcome to Global Work Awareness. Join us and meet our guest. Do you mind introducing yourself, please, and tell us what it is that you do?
I am Dr. Vivian Timothy. I am a visual artist from Nigeria. I'm a self-taught visual artist from Nigeria, but I live in Germany. So I use my talent as an artist to let people know about the good, the bad, and the ugly of my continent, where I'm coming from. Most of the time, we don't know, the Africans, we don't know our history, because the history that we are meant to learn in school is the history that was written by other continental historians. And they were not historians from Africa. They're these people that knows our story. So it's like we only know about ourselves what the Europeans tell us that this is who we are. So through my art, through my talent, I started researching about who am I, where am I from, what is my history, and and living here in Europe, you hear when you go to museums, the children are taught history of their forefathers, or like in the 11th century. They know where they're coming from. They know their story. They know their history. And because of that, they can easily plan their future. You know what I mean? So how can you plan your future if you don't know who you are, if you don't know where you're coming from? You know what I mean? So through my art, I started researching, and I found out that we don't know who we are. Our history is kind of raised from us. And I see Africans, we are chasing this civilization that the Europeans say that is good for us. But then I can see that we're kind of stuck. We don't have the civilization, and we can't go back to where we're coming from. So I'm trying to use my art now to bring to people, to help the African people to say, hey, we should now start trying to research and find out who we are, because through that we can now create a better future for ourselves and for the next generations to come.
Oh, true. And for how long have you been an artist?
I've been an artist now, really active, 8 years. 8 years.
Oh.
8 years, yeah.
And to do what you do as an artist, you need certain skills or training.
That was one of the challenges I had when I eventually started doing art. The question is, why did you start so late? I mean, for years now. So why did you start so late? You know what I mean? I had wanted to go into art. I loved art of every kind, but the stereotype in Nigeria, you don't fit in. A woman, an artist, don't fit in. I mean, everybody, you have to go to university, you have to become a lawyer, a doctor, to please your family, to please your parents, to please the society you're coming out from. You know what I mean? Yes. So I was not allowed to. And so I had to follow what my parents wanted me to do. So I studied biochemistry, which eventually I didn't even finish. I landed here in Germany. I got married. Long story anyway. I came here, got married, had my kid. Everything financially, everything was perfect going on. Everything was perfect until, because my husband had a company, so I was working in the company, helping him out. You know what I mean? Yes. So until my son turned 12, and then I thought that emptiness. It's like, is that all about me? Is that why I came here to be a mother, to be a wife? So I felt this emptiness. Financially, everything was okay, but I wasn't satisfied until a friend of mine came, bumped into me again for a while. So, and she's like, Vivian, guess what I am doing? I said, okay, you're doing yoga, maybe cookery course, what women do. You know what I mean? My age, or my age where I was there. And she's like, no, Vivian, I'm painting. I painted this. It struck me like a light. It's like, oh my God, this was what I have always wanted to do. And that was how the whole thing came, resurrected, the passion, going back into art. How can I do this? How can I find this? So she enrolled me in the classes she was doing, this hobby artist, what I mean? So I did that for a while, because what they were giving me to paint, like flowers and, images of some place in Europe, it wasn't satisfying me. So I started painting at home, And what I was doing was fulfilling me. I was doing it with all passion, doing my African motive. You know what I mean? It was so beautiful. So I started just doing it on my own,
Yeah.
And then I came to a point where people now started getting interested in what I was doing. Some people were inviting me to come and showcase my work. They're doing African Fest. But then I was so intimidated because I didn't study it. So how can I present a work? I didn't study it. So is this okay for the art consumer over there? Am I doing the right thing? So this question got me stuck. I couldn't paint anymore. I was afraid that I'm not doing the right thing. I can't bring my art out there. Yeah. And so I was about to enroll back to school, maybe to get the skills or to learn about art. And then I started reading about other artists. Who are they? Which school? I mean, which university did they attend? How did they get to where they are? And now I realized that so many of them didn't go to school. They didn't study art. So it kind of liberated me, knowing that art is that what makes me happy. Art is that what's my passion, my intuition, that what is coming out, that's what I'm birthing. Art, this is what is good. So if it's good for me, it should be good for other people. You know what I mean? And it liberated me. That was how I flew. I started flying. Yeah, exactly.
And do you think that there are growth opportunities as an African artist? Do you think there is a market or growth opportunities globally?
Yes, of course. African art now is, there was a time African art was really down. It's like, it was not really lucrative, but now there's a shift in the mindset. There's a shift in the paradigm that people are going back to where art actually came from, where art actually started, because art started from Africa.
Yeah.
So people are going back to the basics. So the Western world, they are appreciating art from Africa again, because I think they're seeing the originality there.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, there's future in the world for African art, and African artists are really making it worldwide. So I would tell anybody that wants to go into art, that is, of course, you don't force it. You can't force being an artist. You can't force it. It's either it's there, it's not there. So if you really want to bring out this talent, or maybe use this talent as a profession, just go ahead. Just follow your passion and your intuition,
Yeah.
I'm fun, because I know that. So when you are following your passion, your intuition, you see, that passion is the gift that God gave you at the time of incarnation. And the gift that God gave us is actually at the long run, is the key to our success.
Yeah. And being an artist, does it affect like your family or social life?
It enhances my social life first, exactly.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, I must say I am very privileged that I have family that supports me. As a woman, actually. For a man, it's quite different, but for a woman, if you have a family, a husband that supports you, then you are blessed. I mean, I'm so privileged, and I thank God for that. Yeah. So the family is not affected, because I also did not start when my child was young. He has already become independent. Yeah. And I must also say that he's doing very well. He's a good child. He's now studying medicine at the University of Bonn anyway. So he's doing very well. So I'll count myself lucky to have a family that wasn't a stumbling block to my career. Yeah.
And like the way you changed from biochemistry to artist, how hard was it? And what advice would you give somebody who is changing? What challenges do they expect?
Well, the challenges most of people will expect is people's validation, people's advice, people trying to talk you out of it. People trying to make you understand that this, what you're doing, will not get you anywhere. Of course, the self-doubt. It could also come from your age. It could also come from the family you're coming out from, So there are a lot of challenges. But the advice I'm going to give is that just stay true to your passion. Yeah. Stay true to your passion. Because there's something I have found out about the universe. People call it universe, people call it God, people call it source. When you are following your passion, the universe has a way to support you, to help you, to bring you your soul tribes, people that will come and support you. God will guide you to that direction, guide you to people that will help you. So the best thing here is just follow your passion, trust God, follow your passion, and believe that you will get to that place, and keep dreaming. Hold on to your dream. focus, just paint a picture and say, this is where I want to go. And somehow God has a way of directing you to that, helping you through that direction until you reach your dream, something like that, until you embrace your dream, until you have this, your success in your dream. So yeah, I believe that when you follow your passion, the universe will embrace you. Do what you can, use what you have, because God has given us that talent.
Yeah.
Start where you are, so do what you can and the universe will embrace you. That's my goal. Yeah.
And what do you think people misunderstand or misinterpret about being an artist, an African artist?
People see African artists like they are wasting their time. People that don't have goals in life. They don't take us serious, because see, in Africa, it's hardly for an artist to make good life in Africa. It's very hard anyway. You know what I mean? Yes. So people are saying that because they care, okay? They care. They don't want you to get stuck somewhere, because most artists, at a time, after spending so much time, working, and eventually no money is coming in, they give up, So people, I believe that maybe your family, your friends, they don't want you to go through that. They want you to learn something more tangible, a trade, something you can hold on to, because art is something that for the consumers to come and buy your art, they have to also feel emotionally attached or connected to what you're doing. You know what I mean? So art is not just people come and buy. You know what? Okay, I'm buying this. A lot of factors play its role here, I'm not saying that, okay, don't listen to people, but then here it's easier, but in Africa it's really difficult. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But I'm working with our local art, we call it Art Village in Imo State in Nigeria, where I come from. So what I'm doing there is to support them so that they don't give up their dreams, Yes. So even I'm also planning to maybe invite one or two artists to Germany here to come and showcase their work. Just create a platform for them to come out. What I've done so far, the easels they're using there, I donated it to them, for them. So I support them financially and otherwise any way I can to help them, because I know it's really hard to make it as an artist in Africa.
Yeah. And what do you wish would improve or change for African artists to make it easier for them?
Yes, I have a big hope, because we are the Africans becoming this aware, or we are appreciating art.
Yeah.
African in Africa appreciating art. There's this knowledge. People have studied, people have traveled outside the country, come back, and then they say you don't know what you have until you lose it. So I think the Africans that has traveled out and have seen what art is in the Western world, they're bringing that awareness back to Africa, and they are like appreciating now what they have, because they see what also the art is all about. You see, art is also a way of investment. Yeah. Africans are realizing that you buy a piece of art, you can keep it and resell it as time goes on. You know what I mean? So that awareness, education is there. So I have a big hope that in the future, African artists in Africa, they're going to enjoy the fruit of their labor. The challenge is there just for them to hold on, because I know it's really challenging, because you have your bills to pay. I will also advise some, like maybe the ones out here or the ones in Germany and Nigeria, to pay your bills maybe as much as possible. If it's possible, you get some jobs, million jobs, to help you pay your bills, because the bills has to be paid. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And destiny. So that's my advice here.
True. And what inspires you? What makes you feel like I can't give up? I have to keep going?
My passion. Okay, I have a lot to give through my art. There's a lot of message to send out, opening the eyes of the people there. So it's not yet over. We have a lot of work to do. Some people write books, some people sing, some people doing a lot what they're doing to wake our people up, create this awareness, to make people understand where we come from, and to accept who we are, because you have to know and accept and love who you are in your culture for you to move on, So I am doing my bit. Yeah. As an artist, to also spread the good news out there. Say, hey guys, we are good the way we are. Hey, we have everything. We are blessed, That what we're outside is good, but then don't forget where you come from. My motto is, if we break our roots, we die. Yeah. So what I'm trying to use art to connect to our roots. And that's what I'm trying to make people to understand. Hey guys, let's get back to our roots.
Yeah. And you see, like, you can find a good artist, but some of them have the challenge of the market.
Yeah.
Do you think there's a way or people can access the market? You know, like maybe you're from the village, you have no idea how to market, but you're really good.
Yeah. Well, we thank God for the internet. We thank God for all these platforms, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Yeah, and all these platforms are free. So it's not that bad anymore it's not that difficult anymore to market your works outside. We have all the platforms there. So my advice is we should use it. Use it and market your works. And yeah, maybe eventually you might be out there and then somebody might say, hey, I love your art. Can you come and exhibit in my gallery? You know, a lot of things out there. People are having success, out there, So let's make use of this global platforms and bring her out or have works out there.
Oh, true. And anything else you want to add about being an artist? Advice, anything as we wind up?
Yeah, the advice I'm going to give, art is not something you learn. Of course, all those people that studied art, they have it in them already. I mean, there was this passion that was pushing them to learn art. So it's not something that my friend is studying art, let me study art with him. Yeah. No, it doesn't work like that. So as an artist, I can only tell you that just believe in your dream, believe in yourself. Just keep on pushing, keep on producing art, keep on doing that what makes you happy, and don't give up. When you don't give up, the universe will definitely embrace you. Just hang in there and keep on doing that what makes you happy. That is living your passion.